You want to talk about an amazing success story. You know, a guy that started by picking up scrap metal.
I always think about their dinner. So they're sitting around the table, you know, and Mike's talking about his fuel car, and his daughter's talking about her A-fuel car, and she's talking about, Gianna's talking about her pro stock bike. That's a lot of conversation about drag racing.
And he literally started his business picking up scrap metal and turning it into the recycler. That's why it's Scrappers Racing, because that's where he started.
Yeah, that's an awesome story. It really is. Great success story.
Gianna has also been a tremendous success story this year, hooking up with the Matt Smith Racing team. She currently sits in the number 7 spot, back-to-back runs at 691 and 695. So you think there's an 80 out there for Gianna?
I think there's definitely a low 90, if not an 89. But for the fans, this is going to be great. She's getting a single, so you'll be able to hear her go from the 1-2 shift and all the way up to 6 gears. So she's got to be above the head of the button a little bit to keep it off the chip so she doesn't lose any performance. But if she can get all her shifts and make a nice straight run, she could go a low 90 or a high 80 for sure.
Let's watch and listen. Left a little bit at the 60-foot mark and then shut it off a little further down. 775 at 131 miles an hour. A nice, straight, smooth ride, but just not quite the performance they were hoping for, it looks like.
Yeah, the bikes really need that snap right off the start line. If they don't get it, they just can't go well. And so you got to get that one where the clutch flies and the tire and the clutch and everything comes together at the right time.
Up next, it's going to be Mr. and Mrs. Smith.